All right, boys, we are back for the Florida State Championship, the last state championship. We got a crown. Let me know if y'all can hear me. You know, at the end of the last stream, we had some technical difficulties. Not quite sure if we're still dealing with it, but it looks pretty good on my end so far. I want to welcome you guys back. We're in the booth live. You already know, it's your boy Cove, aka Commish himself, and I'm ready for a Florida showdown. How about you guys? Again, as you can see, we got the top two teams in the nation, the top two teams in the conference going head to head, toe to toe. The best from the GAC, the best from the PPC. It's going down tonight, man. Florida State Championship basketball brought to you by PBA. Of course, there's the recap. Dream taking that win last night, as well as Texas Prep, and then of course we've seen Bear Valley come away with a win. Don't have that graphic ready yet, but Bear Valley came away with a win on a buzzer-beating game winner from Keyshawn Green, freshman small forward, putting up 20 plus in that win. A three-pointer at the buzzer. That's our first buzzer-beating game winner of the season, so that is a historic shot, one for the books. And of course we got the conference finals coming up for you guys, or the conference playoffs coming up for you guys soon as well. But shout out to my boy Tab in the building. That's Big Quan O'Neal, the big center for Lakeville Prep, tuning in. Jamal Ballard, of course. Shout out to everybody that's here. We're gonna try to have a smooth stream here, guys. But in the meantime, let's get into why we came here. I think it's about time. And of course, just like the other games, we've been showing up in these NBA arenas, you know, state title games. At least out here in Cali, it was played in Sacramento at the Kings Arena. So it's only right that Florida, I'll give it to you like this. We join in Miami, the Heat letting us get the venue, and at the point guard for Rover Academy, we got Deshaun Perkins. He's actually gonna be playing that shooting guard position. At the small forward position, Johnny Holiday letting the afro out tonight. The old boy letting his hair out. Daniel Mills starting at power forward, got the start last week in the last week of the season and did incredibly well. At the big spot at the center position, we got big man Jason Ewing, that's junior center and the star of this team, the top dog, number one. The point guard, number two, I should say, number one in the country, rocking the number two is Benny Lowry. That boy is a tough one, rocking the chain too. Coach Kenny in the building. It's getting real, y'all. It's getting real. Rover Academy, ready to go. But of course, we cannot forget, they got themselves a matchup on their hands, and they got Lakeville Prep starting at the two guard, freshman Samari Evans. That boy is a bucket. Number two in the building, ready to go. Trying to secure a Florida State title. At the point guard position, we got freshman Cade Locke. That's number one and two, rocking the jerseys in the backcourt. Two freshmen been standing out, doing well, good job. And at the center position, big fella, number 33, Quan O'Neal, the young freshman center. He's been terrific over the last few weeks, pulling in double-doubles, all the rebounds, and scoring too. At the center position, we got Marcus Langston. He's going to be sliding over to that power forward. Once they put Langston and O'Neal together in that front court, it changed everything for the Wolves. And last but not least, y'all know his name. That boy himself, shooting guard, number 8, Charlie Gray. That boy is a menace, coming off a huge Big 3 tournament where he was just torching defenders. Didn't come away with the win. Coach Nathaniel looking on. It's time to get popping, man. Florida State Championship on the line. We are here. Welcome to Miami, Florida, where it's about to go down. Charlie Gray and company ready to get busy. Commissioner in the booth ready to get busy. Benny Lowry, Deshaun Perkins, Holiday, Mills, Ewing, Locke, Evans, Gray, Langston, O'Neal. It's going down. Let me get those ones in the chat, fellas. Hashtag PBA, followed by that one. Johnny Holiday rocking the afro. He had to let his hair out today. It's about that time. Tip off here, live at the Heat Arena. How you say that? The Kaseya I don't even know how to say that, center. Y'all gonna have to help me with that one. Forever I thought they was at the Amway, but maybe things changed. I see a lot of different things. Oh, we almost got a steal here to start things off. Here's Evans with it at the top of the key, looking for Langston, the big fella, lefty, stretching the floor. No good. Johnny Holiday picking up his first rebound of the night. This is going to be a matchup for the ages. I hope it's as good as that last game. That last game was wild. Jason Ewing scoring it on Quan O'Neal. The young freshman going up against a really tough junior senior in Jason Ewing. Or junior center, I should say. I'm sorry, I said junior senior. They probably was like, what is that? It's a junior senior. But Cade Locke, he hasn't been too aggressive out there offensively. He's been wanting to attack a little bit more, but that's a good way to start the state championship game against. He's got a tough matchup against Benny Lowry. That's going to be a tough one for him. You know, Benny Lowry is aggressive offensively, and he will put it on him. 2-2 ball game. Oh, there it is. I just talked about it. Backdoor cut layup. That is where he's dangerous, Benny Lowry, in that backdoor cut. Appreciate y'all. See my boy Ryan Hill in the building. Quan in here. Yee Snow in the building. Let's get it, y'all. Late night hoops. Florida State basketball. It's going down. Here's the state championship. Pull up for Samari Evans off, but there's Quan O'Neal crashing those boards. And like I told you before, this kid has been stellar. He's been doing his thing last few weeks. 4-4 ball game. Looking for Benny Lowry off that screen. There he is. Coming up top for the three. Off the mark. Rare miss, and is rebounded by Langston. Langston going to get it to Locke to set up the offense. Got it over to Charlie Gray. Charlie Gray over to Evans. Down to Langston. Evans got some space right there. There it is. Up to him. Hello. Let's get this thing started. Samari Evans with the flush off the lob. Setting it up beautifully. Fletcher Troy in the building. Tobio Romero in the building. We got our guys tuning in, checking in. Come get these channel points, fellas. We got ourselves a Florida matchup, number 1 versus number 2 in the nation. It's going down. Johnny Holiday got to put one up. Top of the key 3. Oh, it's off the mark. Here's Samari Evans on the board. Freshman shooting guard. Ever since he got in that starting lineup, I bring this up time and time again. He changed the way Lakeville plays. The kid is very good. Charlie Gray with it, looking for the O'Neal screen. Taking it to the rack, got it to O'Neal down low, too deep for this kid. You cannot let him get that low. Soft hands around the basket. Finishing the and one, and Quan O'Neal continuing his great play as of late. Really starting to get comfortable out here against Rover. You know, you got Jason Ewing over there, one of the best in the nation at the center position. He's got to pick it up. Quan O'Neal is going to miss the free throw, however. Luckily, he made the shot, and Deshaun Perkins is going to make him pay for it with a quick 3 in the corner. Going to be an 8-7 ball game here. Quick swing there for the Buccaneers. Here's Langston wide open, lefty, stretching the floors. Power forward Marcus Langston. Remember, Lakeville Prep coming off of a blowout win against Pico School. Beat them by 20 points, or 28 points to be exact. No, I'm sorry, 18 points to be exact. Almost a 20-piece in week 10. Charlie Gray had 25 points in that game, and Quan O'Neal helped lead the way with 19 points, 12 rebounds, 6 assists, and went 9 for 11 from the field. Quan O'Neal playing a big boy game last week. And there's the dime to Cade. Locke in on that rim. Cade Locke showing off his offensive abilities early. Caught Benny Lowry slipping on the backdoor cut himself, giving him a taste of his own medicine. Cade Locke finished with 8 points and 4 assists last game. Hit 2 threes. Here's Jason Ewing working against Quan. Oh, hit him with the lay. That was nasty. That boy Jason Ewing, one of the best juniors in the country, came in at number 1 as of week 4's rankings. But of course, we've been behind on our rankings. We'll get a final ranking up before the natty drops. I just had to get these, or before the conference playoffs, I'm sorry, I just had to get these ones out the way. But again, you see another bucket. Quan O'Neal getting to it. This kid is tough. Here's Holiday for 3, lining it up and dropping it in. Again, rocking the fro tonight. The braids was too tight. After the Big 3 tournament, he didn't get that bread. He's like, man, just let it out. Let it out right now. Now, unlike the other teams we've been seeing, look at Quan O'Neal staying aggressive, taking it straight to Ewing, picking up his first foul. But unlike the other teams we've seen, they all came off of losses coming into this state championship game. But Lakeville and Rover, however, both coming off of wins in that last week's game. Rover snuck away with a win against Dream. I don't know if you guys can remember, but they won by 1 point. It was a tough game. But Jelani Evans led them in that game with 16 points and 4 assists off the bench with just 13 minutes of play. Johnny Holiday had 12 points and 5 assists, and D Mills with 14 and 4. So not a crazy game for Rover last week's scoring, but a very close one. And Quan able to get one to drop here. Yeah, the ugly free throw for him. That's that Shaq, man. You said you wanted to, you want to be Shaq, right? Oh man, you in the O'Neal line. We gotta get you in the gym and get your form together, man. You gotta get your form together. Hey, but you went 2 for 2. That's something a lot of players not doing, even the point guards and the small forwards. 12-16 game for Lakeville here is gonna be a timeout. Rover Academy. Timeout Rover. Down 4 in this game early on, just 3:19 to go in the first quarter. A solid pace here for both teams. Both trying to come away with the state of Florida under their belt. Devontae Moore checking in the game. Mo McDaniel checking in the game as well. Jelani Evans. Speaking of Jelani coming off that 16-point team high in points last week. Here he is getting straight to the money in a midi. Got it. Bringing his team to within 2. You got to watch Jelani Evans. He's a tough one. He's a bucket for sure. Samari Evans, Lakeville still with their starters in. They're going to get their first sub coming in soon off that bench there is Jeff Castro. But right now they've been sticking strong with the starting lineup. Here's Quan. You know Quan can show that range too. We've seen him pull up. Here's Cade Locke. Got to get a shot up. He's going to be forced to throw up a 3 over Perkins. Heavily defended off the mark and rebounded by Johnny Holiday. Holiday working the ball up the court, getting to Evans. Evans with a nice pass to McDaniel, and Charlie Gray's there on the contest. Cade Locke pushing the ball up the court. Finds Evans. Evans, quick trigger on him always, and locked and loaded is he ever. Samari Evans, always locked and loaded, ready to go. That lefty, finger on the trigger. 14-19 Lakeville. McDaniel looking to work. Looking for Evans, coming off the screen, didn't find him. Got it down to Johnny instead, and he's going to force a foul against Charlie Gray. That's somebody that Johnny definitely didn't want to see out in that Big 3 tournament. Ended up knocking him off. So now he's seeing him in the actual game. So you know Charlie Gray got all the smoke for Johnny Holiday tonight. That's for sure. This is going to be a nice little battle. I'm mad they're not guarding each other. Actually, I think they're both shooting guards playing in the small forward position due to the lineups. Yeah. I think Cade is at the 1, Samari's at the 2, and Johnny's at the 3, and then you got Perk, Benny, and then Holiday. So they might be matched up. So this is definitely fun. Their careers are aligning. I think it's making for a nice little user versus generic rivalry for the future. I love it. Johnny Holiday and Charlie Gray. Oh man, got the block. Big time stop there. Oh, tried to lob it up, and that was off the money. I don't know where that was going. Here's Gray. Pull up Cash. You know his job. You know his name and you know his game. 21-16 Rover. Down, but not out, of course. Very early in this game. 1:20 to go in the first. Here's Perkins. Oh, actually McDaniel coming off that screen. Perkins passing it to him. Trying to set up a post situation here, getting it over to Evans. This dude is so smooth. It's like every shot he takes, he's very confident in. I mean, how did he just get the little floater to go? 18-21 down to Castro. Castro gonna be working against McDaniel right now. Taking it, no good. McDaniel on the board. Get it up ahead to Evans. Evans always keeping the head on the swivel, whether it's to score or to make a passing play. Here he is right now, going up against Evans. Finds Holiday. Cash. Johnny Holiday. That boy is locked and loaded. 21-21. We knew this was going to be a juggernaut of a matchup. This is the number 1 and number 2 team for a reason. This thing has got to go down to the wire. Too much talent out there. Quan O'Neal trying to get the position. Both freshman centers going at it. User submits. Devontae Moore. Quan O'Neal backing him down. 4 seconds. Quan's got to put one up. Pump fake. Throws it up. Oh, solid defense there from Moore. Keeping his foundation strong, and he's headed to the basket. Perkins doesn't pass it to him. Clock winding down. Got to get a shot up. Johnny Holiday's going to be the one to get it up. In his face. No good. Quan on the big boy rebound, and what a first quarter. 21 all, fellas. Talk to me, chat. How we feeling right now? 21-21. Florida basketball is lit right now. Nobody wants to give an inch. The Buccaneers versus the Wolves. Rover versus Lakeville. Twos in the chat, guys. Let's get those twos in the chat if you're here with me. Twos in the chat. This is Florida State championship game. We've wrapped up California. We've wrapped up Tri-State. We've wrapped up Texas. Rover and Lakeville are going for the Florida crown. The number 1 and the number 2 teams in the nation. Jamal Ballard in the building. Quan O'Neal still rocking with us. Appreciate y'all boys for being here tonight. Late night hoop, Sunday night action. Very, very good start. Johnny Holiday going to start this one off for Rover. Off the screen, found the space. He's taking it straight to Charlie Gray. He knew that he had to come out aggressive in this matchup if he even wanted Charlie to respect him. Quan O'Neal with a solid cut to the basket, and Devontae Moore getting rid of it. Looks like Quan got hurt on the play, however. Oh, man. Was it a foul or was it a block? Oh, boy. Quan O'Neal a little bit shaken up on that play. Looked like he hurt his wrist. He's going to be helped up by Scott Reed and Charlie Gray, and they're going to get Langston in the game now. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Wow. Quan O'Neal taking a tough hit. That's crazy. His first game he came to see, hurting his wrist. But he still is on the bench, however, so he should be okay to come back in this game. We'll see. We'll get an update on him. Here's Charlie Gray with the turnaround. Nice floater shot. That was pretty nice. I don't know how he got that one up. But, man, this kid came over and clobbered Quan O'Neal. He said, you're not about to dominate tonight, big fella. Goodness gracious. So you got Scott Reed in the game and Langston now. Langston still at that power forward position. Scott Reed at the center. Here's Benny Lowry teeing him up for 3. Benny been quiet towards the end of the season, but the team's been playing great. He's a guy you don't want to let get going, though. He can get a hot hand just like Charlie. 2 of the best centers in the nation has scoring that basketball. Here comes Scott Reed off the screen. Charlie's got a smaller defender. Johnny much smaller than Charlie out here. Good put back, and there's Scott Reed. Coming in at the backup position for Quan, giving them solid minutes. Both teams shooting 60% or more from the field. This is just one of those games. Johnny Holiday teeing it up. Off the mark, rebound, tapped up to Locke. Okay, Locke now. Gonna push the ball up the floor, getting it over to Evans. Evans down low to Langston. Mismatch, good. So even though Quan goes out, Lakeville's big men still putting on a show, still keeping on the pressure. Langston and Reed both back-to-back buckets for the Wolves. Here comes Benny off that screen again. You got to watch him. He'll pull the trigger on you. Here's Moore, big fella, showing us the mid-range game. Looks like the big men came to play for both teams tonight.
Timeout, timeout.
Gonna be a timeout. Wolves as they go talk it over. How do you guys feel in the chat right now? 6:06 left in the second quarter. It's 26-27 game for this minor timeout here. Man, I gotta say, it's looking like a pretty even game so far, but that injury to Quan O'Neal, I'm wondering how serious it is. Definitely wondering how serious it is. Let's see if we can get see if we can check in on that, actually. So a unknown right wrist injury to be determined. So I wonder how bad. He's still fresh. Hopefully he can get back in there. Hopefully.
I'm up. Fish.
And again, another bucket. There's Solomon Moore. And you got to think, these guys have some bucket getters on this team, upperclassmen, seniors and juniors that can put on a show. They just coming off the bench to some of these freshmen that's playing a little bit better this season. As Solomon Moore getting the bucket to go, you got guys like Donovan. Nice move. Trying to bully him. Off the mark. But Donovan Wood for Lakeville, he's pretty good too off that bench. We'll probably see him tonight. That's the play that Quan got hurt on. We got Devontae Moore inbound. Here's Benny Lowry off the inbound. Gonna get it over to Perkins. Perkins and Benny in that backcourt. Here's Holiday, top of the key. Charlie Gray's got him pushed back. Johnny's been taking on that offensive. Tried to sidestep. He's taking on that offensive load. Trying to carry the team tonight. Getting it done, but nice pass. Reed on the dunk. Evans with a dime, and man, the big men are definitely pouring it in for the Wolves tonight. Locked and loaded. Between Reed, Langston, and O'Neal, they're all ready to play. Here's Perkins attacking mid-range, no good. You know he's one of those guys too that can either shoot you in or out of a game. He's similar to Jovan Sims in that manner. These guys are high volume shooters. They can be hot or cold, streaky, microwave type guys. Solomon, nice dime. It's Reed again on the finish. This kid is slipping the screens, diving to the basket, all types of stuff. He can't be stopped. And he's the backup for Quan O'Neal. Coming in, getting some big time minutes. Super quality. Here's Holiday with it. Looking for Benny to come off that screen. Couldn't find him, so now he forces the three himself. Johnny Holiday from three. This kid is determined out here to do it all. 29-34. They need somebody to keep the pressure on, and Johnny Holiday, the freshman wing, is taking on that assignment. Here's Scott Reed, pull up, and off the mark. Devontae Moore on the board. Up ahead to Perkins, back-to-back threes, no good. That would have been huge for this Buccaneers team. Here's Jason Ewing checking back in the game as well. That's going to be interesting. If Langston and these guys can work against Jason Ewing. See, they've been doing this against the young freshman big man, Devontae Moore, but the question is, can they do it against Jason Ewing? That ultimately becomes the question. Here's Mills, pull up, strong pull up, got it to go.
Timeout.
This kid had 13 last game.
Started.
He was there going with Jelani Evans. They were going back and forth, putting up points for Rover. Gonna be a timeout on the floor, and again, back to a three-point game. This game is back and forth, seesaw action. Nobody can really get ahead. Lakeville's had a couple of leads here. Here's Benny Rhodes in, down to Scott Reed. Of course, you got Jason Ewing checking back in, #1 junior. Let's see how things go. 31-34. Solomon Moore off the mark. Gotta make those. Up ahead to Perkins. Perkins from deep. Oh, in and out. I definitely thought he had that one. That's a shot he normally makes. Benny Rhodes now with the momentum to the basket. Off the mark. And Langston puts it back with one hand. This kid is a baller. Marcus Langston putting on a show right now in that power forward position. Taking on that load, especially with Quan O'Neal being out, getting hurt earlier in this game. A rare injury. Here's Holiday teeing one up. Off the mark. fighting for the board. Moore coming down with it, pushing the tempo. Got it to Langston. Langston, quick pass over the Rhodes. Off the mark. Jason Ewing on the rebound. Here's Benny. Benny over to Holiday. Quick trigger. Holiday season. That boy smells blood. He's a shark in the water. Johnny Holiday is locked in. He refuses to let his team go down. Step back, Langston. Oh my gosh, this kid is different. That's a professional move. I've been in the lab with Charlie Gray and having sessions. They've been in the pickup sessions with the pros. Because that was a bag move. Holiday. Oh my gosh, talk to me. Off the mark. Jason Ewing. Good. And one. A chance at 6 points in a row right there with after the Holiday three, and then now an and one. Potential 6-point swing. We got Jason Ewing at the line. Knocking it down, completing the three-point play.
On the wing.
Cade Lock setting up the offense. Pull up for Rhodes. Rhodes going to be off. Jason Ewing on the rebound. Things slowing down a bit here for Lakeville. They're starting to get a little stagnant offensively. Rover has a chance right here to maybe go up 1 or 2. Here's the three. Going for 2, but they're off the mark. Jelani Evans missing an open 3. And Lakeville's going to stay on top here. Getting it down to Reed. Reed having a solid game off the bench for Quan O'Neal. Taking it on a smaller defender, and he rips him. Jelani Evans on the defense. And the pass to Benny Lowry. Oh, the step back. He should have shot that 3. He should have shot that 3. I'm so surprised he didn't. The first half coming to an end here. This could be the last possession. Let's see what they decide to do. Benny Rhodes crossing him up. Taking him bigger defender. Jason Ewing. Couple pump fakes. Oh, how'd he get the floater to go over him? Oh, wow. I was not expecting that to drop. Benny Lowry going to try to heave it up. And it's off. 40-37. What a half. Let's get those hashtags halftime in the comments if you're still with us. Rover going to be down at the half. Just an amazing game so far, guys. 40-37. Appreciate you, Maul. Appreciate you, bro. Let's hit the third quarter, man. Let's get those threes in the chat. Let's crown this Florida champion. We got 2 quarters to go. Had an amazing first half of play. Both teams up to par. Can't complain with either performance. Marley Mall in the building. I can't wait to see his player on the court. Here we go. Threes in the chat. Johnny Holiday leading the way. 14 points for Rover. Let's see if he can continue to do the same in the second half here or get some help from Benny Lowry. Lining up the 3. Got him. Cash tying this game up. Ben Lowry's been looking for that shot off the screen all night. They've been finding him too. Here's Evans with it, over to Gray. Gray looking for Langston. Let's see where Lakeville is going to get their offense from this half. Evans have been pretty quiet. Charlie Gray hasn't really went crazy. But here comes Evans, speaking of him, going up against the trees. Oh, get that out of here.
Out of bounds.
He knew better than that. Appreciate you guys being here tonight. This is our last state championship game of the year. So I do appreciate y'all stopping by on a Sunday night to check it out before the week gets started. Then we got a week off, guys, so you guys can relax, get content out. Because then Friday, Saturday, we got the conference playoffs. Got 2 matchups per conference. And then we got a championship. So, guys, make sure you tune into that. And then, of course, the following week will be the national championship, or the national playoffs the following week. So 3 weeks of title games, and playoff play. So make sure you guys are tuned in. You'll see Lakeville and Rover again this week, or next week I should say, this upcoming Friday, in their conference playoff first round games.
Shooting 2.
So the season is not over yet. We still got 3 crowns to pass out, and of course the big crown being the national championship. Of course, you can get up to 3 championships in the high school series. It's called a triple crown. If you can get all 3, you got the triple crown, and that's something I want to see what players and what teams are going to be able to make that happen. Starts with state, conference, ends with nationals. Right now, just 3 teams on the verge of doing so, winning their state championship. Let's see if Florida or Rover, Lakeville or Rover can add to that by winning the Florida State Championship. We'll have our first 4 teams in the nationals after this game is won or determined. 42-40 game. Deshaun Perkins with it over to Mills. He got a jumper on him. Got to watch him. But he's long on that shot. 42-40. Lakeville trailing by 2. Up ahead to Langston. Oh, he's ripped off. Jason Ewing ahead to Mills. Mills. Pull up 3. Taking it again. He just missed a shot. Same spot. Step back a little more and still off the mark. Evans with it. Screen from Castro. Got a 3 on the fader. That's a tough bucket for the mask. I call him the masked man. This kid got a mask on in high school. He young Richard Hamilton. He don't even come off. Nose is fixed. Nose been fixed. Castro down low. A little too deep on Jason Ewing. Ewing fades and missing. Castro. Smaller defender on him. Let's see if they can get that mismatch. Yep. Looks like Charlie Gray is looking to set it up, but he's still dribbling. He wants to score it. Oh my gosh. Had him lost on the turnaround. And that's going to be 6 for Charlie. We got Duke in attendance, the Duke Blue Devils. Head coach Derwin Willis in attendance tonight, watching these guys play. Looking at, college starts. We will officially have a college season loading up after high school. Nicely done for Perkins. It's not going to be a season whereas we follow it closely because high school is the main thing right now until we continue to get more players and stuff and send you guys to college. That's when we're going to actually follow college series, when the users get in there. But I'm going to start building like small college storylines so that when you guys get to college, you're already placed in a setting. It's not just something new. It's like, okay, Charlie Gray and these boys are already there, probably in their junior or senior year in college. Like, all these seniors you see now are going to be waiting for you when you get there. You're going to see new guys that's going to be balling out that we didn't see in high school that are college generics. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be some set. I'll be posting about it. I'll probably record games and just post a bunch of games. That's where YouTube's going to be back in handy for us because I'm going to record a bunch of college games. We got 100 college teams. I'm just going to be recording a bunch of college games and throwing them up on YouTube for you guys to watch and enjoy and just study the league, study the generics, study schemes and how teams are playing and all that good stuff. So it'll just be tons of college content online for you to watch on YouTube of all these games. And when the big games come, of the generics that we know and love, I'll call some of those games, even though it's just generics only. And, I'll just do that randomly throughout the season. I'll probably put up a little schedule that we can follow. But, as high school is going, this will also be happening as well. And then eventually I'm going to do the same thing for the pros. While you guys are in college, I'll start putting together some pro history, some pro players, and all that good stuff. So by the time y'all get there, the pro landscape is set, and you have things you want to go for. You got records you want to beat. You got guys you want to go at that you've been watching in the pros for a few years now. So just to give you a little backstory, a little update on what's to come. My boy Johnny Holiday finally in the building. You see I let the fro out, bro, and you've been wilding, Mo. Hey, you've been doing your thing, bro. You've been trying to keep your team afloat. If I would say right now the game ball will go to you. Oh, you got to make your donations. You lucky prof not here. What up, King? King Anthony Duke, and Johnny all checking in. Evans with the step back off the mark. Yeah, I got you, bro. And I changed the accessory color up a little bit. It's the red instead of the yellow on these jerseys. But yeah, you balling, bro. I think you got about like 16 points or something like that already. You went off in that first half. It was looking tough, but you kept things going by keeping that offense going. 1 point game. Cade Lock off the screen. Nice mid-range pull for Cade Lock, the young freshman point guard. Really poised point guard. Doesn't try to overdo things. I think he's another point guard that got one of those rare double-double points and assists from a player in the league. So big ups to Cade Lock. 49-46. Johnny Holiday coming off the screen. He's been feeling it all night. Got another one. Rattles it in for two. And Johnny Holiday says this is his spot. Look, he feeling like D-Wade. We in Miami. We at the Heat Arena. He feel like he think this is Holiday season for real. Holiday County. Johnny Holiday is locked in. I know the scouts are seeing what this kid's bringing to this game tonight. The bright lights are here, state championship action, and Johnny Holiday has stepped up and matched the energy. He is going to have a seat right now. Jarrett Tucker going to come in for him. McDaniel also coming in. And look at this kid, Jeff Castro, getting the M1 to go. Quan O'Neal checking back into the stream. And unfortunately, we did see Quan go down with an injury earlier in the game that caused him to go down, but his backups have been doing incredibly well. Scott Reed, Jeff Castro, Marcus Langston. These dudes have come together and they're putting together a complete game right now. In the absence of Quan O'Neal, who looked like Quan O'Neal was about to go crazy on these guys. It looked like he got off to a nice little start too, alongside Johnny Holiday. Just unfortunate that Devontae Moore came over and clobbered him. He's still been sitting over there on the bench with his arms folded. He's pissed off. Look at him. He's looking up in the sky. He's just pissed. He can't believe it. Solomon Moore on the break, taking it all the way himself. Hey! Oh, he tried to go with the reverse jam, and Moore is not going to have it. It might lead to a three from Perkins in the corner, and it does. It's just going to be a 2. Foot on the line. That's going to be 8 for Perk, 8 for Evans. I've been liking both these guys, both undersized 2 guards right now. Here's Charlie Gray getting them jumping. Floater. Oh, boy, it's nice. Again, you got to look at it. Charlie Gray and Johnny Holiday building this little rivalry early on. He's just a freshman versus a senior, but that's somebody that Johnny, he had it out for him in the Big 3 tournament. Now they face each other right away. I told you, Charlie Gray wants his get back. He's like, I don't like how Johnny did me in that Big 3 tournament. So he said, I got to get it back in blood at the state championship game. You see how that worked out? Storylines at its finest. PBA always works itself out. Now they're going to have to see each other in college. They're going to have to wait. Unless they see each other again in the conference finals or in the Natty. But yeah, I just love seeing it because I know Johnny was big on Charlie, and it's funny how they just end up matching up at state right after the Big 3 tourney. Look at Charlie working, double spin, lefty, scoop, off the mark, got it back. Oh, Tucker fighting and got it. Never mind. I thought Charlie got it back. Tucker, getting it to Perkins. Perkins coming off the screen, staying aggressive, taking the foul. Deshaun Perkins right now starting to be aggressive in this game. Yeah, it looks like Quan, man. Looks like he is out. I don't know if they're putting him back in this one. Perkins trying to knock down a pair of free throws here for his team. Buccaneers bringing this one to within 2. Let me do another check on on Quan. Ah, so broken right wrist, 4 to 6 weeks. So they saying he got a broken right wrist. Same thing that happened to Holiday, low key, huh? Broken right wrist. So since it's like a broken right wrist, we can't bring you back in this one, Quan, but we definitely will have you back in the next game later this week when you guys play in the conference championship. So you got to cheer your team on from the bench as Charlie knocks down a big shot for you. I know they definitely could use you in this game, but they're going to hold it down for you, big fella. Yeah, you was the first user. I think we had one generic injury like right before you. Let me go see. But you might have actually been the first. Yeah, you was the first that I documented. That's right, you was. Because remember I had a video and everything. You got hurt in the hoop hall. I still got the video. But and then yeah, then that's right. Then Keon Rose got hurt after that, and then Dallas Shaw, and then I just stopped taking. I just stopped writing them down. But it definitely was some more after y'all that I didn't get a chance to write. But I'm gonna keep up on that more. Let me go ahead and put Quan's in right now. Oh my gosh, Charlie Gray is starting to heat up, and this is dangerous right now. Rover is stepping into dangerous territories. The third quarter is unraveling, and Lakeville is getting control of this game at the end of the third. It's been neck and neck the first 2 quarters, but this third quarter has belonged to Lakeville. McDaniel got a mismatch. Mouse in the house. Got it back and put it in. Okay, 54-61. Lakeville trying to gain control. Rover's got to pick it up. They've got Charlie Gray now has finally kicked it up a notch. Oh, rare miss. They got lucky. Rover could use a bucket right here to end the quarter. Jared Tucker is going to be all on him. Pull up mid-range. Off the mark, and that's it. 54-61 to end the third. The Florida State Championship is on the line. Talk to me, chat. What y'all got? Johnny Holiday having himself a night. Young freshman guard.
Get to him. Down screen. I'm through. Do it, ball. Easy. Yep. No. Stay there.
Oars in the chat, fellas. You got to grind this one out, man. It's a 63-54 game, and that's an and one for Jason Ewing. Marcus Langston coming off a bucket. Now giving up a bucket. This is a game that Rover's got to start locking into right now if they want to win it. 63-57. The game is still in reach with 7:20 to go. Charlie Gray, more space. Johnny Holiday in now. Oh, my boy. Johnny Holiday, you got to close out stronger than that. You know better. 57-66. You know Charlie got the cannon on him. You know he got the rocket on him. You know he got the ratchet with him. You know he got it on him. Why are you not closing out strong? 57-66. Johnny, right back. Off the mark. Benny Rhodes on the board. Outside to Gray. Gray starting to heat up in this ball game. Taking it to the cup now. Lay. It's no good. Mills on the board. Johnny Holiday crossing him up, looking down, got his big man, nice pass. Ah, can't get a good ball, got it back. Outside, Evans with it. Shot clock going down. Here's the screen. Ewing, pull up, cash. Jason Ewing showing his range for a big fella is Charlie Gray. Bring this one back up, 59-66. Lakeville, good ball movement. Charlie, another pull-up mid-range off the screen. No good. Oh, good rebound and a putback in Rhodes. Both teams killing each other on a second chance putbacks. 57% shooting for the Wolves. Just amazing. Just about 42% for Rover. So solid defense from the Wolves and great offense as they have a 59-68 lead. Rover still trying to keep this thing down to single digits. They need another bag. Here go Evans. Oh, he's so smooth. I say it every time. This kid's bag is elite. He got a different type of bag. 61-68. Charlie Gray. Holiday on him. Evans. Both of them Evans, by the way. That's why I said it like that. Threw myself off. Rhodes looking to attack. Nice. Headed to the middle of the lane with a nice little scoop shot. And Benny Rhodes now with back-to-back buckets. 61-70, approaching that 5-minute mark in this game. Florida State Championship on the line. Mills, quick trigger, off the mark. Samari Evans on the board. Here's Langston. Oh, nice pass on the cutting Rhodes, and Rhodes back-to-back buckets. 3 straight buckets. He had a bucket on the putback. He came across with the right, cut through the lane for another layup. Benny Rhodes is feeling it right now, putting his team up double digits, 72-61. Johnny Holiday with it off the screen, pull up, mid-range, no good. Jason got it back, put it up and in. 72-63. Quan O'Neal cheering for his guys as he sits on the bench, so that's good. He didn't go, so because he didn't go to the locker room, we're just going to downgrade that to a mild fracture, and he'll be back later this week. If he went to the locker room, I don't know. I might have had to call it a season. But he's still on the bench cheering his team on. Still chilling. He still got his hands folded, though, so he is a little mad. Johnny Holiday misses it, but Ewing has been there for every putback off a Johnny Holiday miss. It's going to force a timeout from Lakeville. 18 points off, 88% shooting for Jason Ewing in 17 minutes. So this kid is putting on a show and showing you why he's been the top junior in the top player in his class for quite some time now. 65-72. We also seen Jason Ewing in the Big 3 tournament as well. Getting a look at Miller, checking in. Alex Miller for the first time tonight. He's going to be joining the starting lineup here. All starters in the game except for Miller. Here's Cade Locke taking it himself. Keeping the ball on the string. Oh, wow. What a Langston, and Langston can't get it to fall. Daniel Mills going to stop the basket from going in, but he does foul him. Benny Lowry, Deshaun Perkins checking in the game for the Bucks. As you see, new backcourt coming in there. And for Lakeville, you got Scott Reed checking in at the center as Langston drilling 2 free throws. Here's Benny Lowry over to Holiday. Holiday looking for the post play. Can't find him. A couple of fakes. Perkins on the other side looking for the Jason Ewing screen. He gets it. Taking it himself against Evans. Outside to Mills. Mills out to Benny Lowry. They got to get a shot up. Lowry for 3. No good, but Mills on the offensive rebound. Second chance points have been killer, but another miss, and Reed gets it. He slaps Jason Ewing. I don't know. Jason Ewing looks a little shaken up over there. He hasn't made it back down yet. Scott Reed on the slam. Jason Ewing has not made it back down the floor. Not sure what's going on over there, but I guess a big man hurt for a big man. Oh no, Jason Ewing is here. He's back. He just didn't make his way down. Johnny Holiday with it. Outside to Lowry. Here's a 3 from Charlie. Sorry about that, guys. My little man was on my head just now, so I had to attend to him really quick. There's the Euro. Tough move from Benny. Jason Ewing on the board and the putback and 1. Yeah, he got you. Yeah, you look like Michael Jordan chasing through them screens right now. See, nobody talk about that. That boy Jordan You put that boy on a Reggie Miller or something, they'll give him hell. Samari Evans with the bucket, and oh man, looks like Lakeville is starting to put it on them. The Wolves can feel it. The #1 team in the nation. They got it clicking right on time. Towards the end of the season, they dominated their conference. Look at the pump fake and the block by Langston. Dominated the conference, had a tough tournament season, hoop hall, all that stuff. They struggled. When the conference started, they picked it up. They added Langston. He became eligible. Got a couple of guys eligible that was academically ineligible or hurt. They got Langston in the lineup. Samari Evans got upgraded into the lineup. Scott Reed has just been a lot. Charlie Gray has always been there. And these guys just putting on the show. Marcus Langston, especially with Quan O'Neal going down, he has stepped his game up tremendously. As you can see, the lefty absolutely taking over this game. Finding his guys, his open men, getting down there, finishing down low, hitting the mid-range shots. Look at him, dimes. Just been balling. Marcus Langston. Benny Lowry with it. Got him in the air. Looking for Johnny. Johnny back to Benny. Benny gonna go for the cross. Down low. Nice pass. And one. Daniel Mills. Rover had the luxury of having the most wins in the PBA in the first season, so give it up for them. I believe they're about like 14 wins on the season. They played the most games because of tournament play, but 14 wins for Rover, and they're still not done. They still have a conference matchup or a conference playoff matchup to play, but Lakeville Prep looks like they might be punching their ticket to nationals right now, and this is going to be Lakeville's 10th win of the season, so that's good for this team. They've been waiting to get that double-digit win slot, and 10-5 looks pretty good. I mean, they've been waiting. That 10-5 looks great. Here's Johnny, still working, going hard against Charlie, no good. Johnny must have shot his load in that first half because he really hasn't had anything to give us here in the second half. I was afraid that was going to happen. Got hot too quick. Then he started to cool off a bit as Charlie got hot. Look at him walking him down. Still some solid defense, though. Charlie Gray, a lot of in and outs here as we come up on the last minute of play, and Lakeville up 11. Just too much to come back from here for Rover as Benny working against Langston. Great defense from the big fella. Perkins putting up a shot, no good. Both teams a little bit off right now, especially Rover just didn't find that bottom of that net in this second half as much as they would like to. Really great defense. You got to tip your hat to the Wolves for the excellent defense on their behalf. But Lakeville Prep going to take state. First year in the PBA. Evans with exclamation point 3 right in his grill. And that's going to do it. 72-86 right here. Benny Lowry and the guys going to get one more shot up. Benny, oh my, broke him down, buckled his feet. 74-86. GG's in the chat. Lakeville Prep Wolves are your Florida State champions. Congratulations, boys. Man, it's been a hell of a season for these guys. You got to think they started off real tough. A lot of guys was going to give up. I was telling guys, you don't give up on your team. You know, I don't care where you start, how you finish. You rock with your team. You show loyalty. You know, you show faith, pride, courage, and you hang in there. Even it was some guys that was on Lakeville users that ended up not being active because they lost those first few games. They got discouraged, so they lost their spots, and people stepped up. And Quan stayed, Evans stayed, and and look at these two guys flourishing in the lineup. Two of the only users left on Lakeville, and they ended up becoming the #1 team in the nation and taking home state. How about that? So the guys that left, I don't know what to say. You should have been patient, man. You should have stood down 10 toes for your gang. But without further ado, let's go ahead and look at this box score because I know it looks good. Sadly for Quan O'Neal, he wasn't able to play, but he did have a major part in the beginning of the game, helped getting Lakeville started off to a nice run. But it's your boy Cub, man. I'm out of here, guys, for the night. I hope you guys have a safe night. Enjoy the rest of your week. I won't see you guys get in the booth till Friday. I'll be doing a lot of work behind the scenes in the trenches on the file and everything like that to get ready for conference play next season and all types of things. So I'll be busy this week. I'll get final stats ready too, so you guys can see your final stats for the regular season. We're going to have all that good stuff out. I'm going to have new player rankings dropping. Everything you want to see is coming out this week. And then Friday, we're back to the madness as usual. But I appreciate the love, guys. I'll also be in a Discord in the voice channel a little more too during this week, just tapping in with y'all and just picking y'all brains. But that's my time, guys. Y'all be safe. Have a great Sunday night. Enjoy the rest of your week. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.